It makes a ton of sense that the Jedi, being a coven of space monks, had a ton of different titles and honorifics. By far, I'd say the best well-known is the Grand Master, who is the spiritual head of the entire Jedi Order on every single planet and every single temple. Now, this could be a bit stressful, so sometimes there were actually multiple Grand Masters at the same time. And then there's someone who had to come up with a curriculum for stabbing, and that was the Battle Master. They were in charge of all of the lightsaber instructions across the entire order. Then you've got the Chief Librarian, aka the Chief Nerd. Now, they were one of the most powerful people in the entire Jedi Order because they controlled the flow of information. They decided who was ready for what information and who it had to be shielded from. And then there's the title of Master of the Order. Now, it was possible for this to be held concurrently with Grand Master. In fact, Yoda did so at one point during the Clone Wars, but this person was in charge of the High Council. There were even some titles that had become a little bit more informal by the time of the Clone Wars, one of which being the Warrior Master, which is exactly what it sounds like. You had mastered kicking people's butts. You were a great fighter. There was also Sage Master, where you had mastered either diplomacy or some more intellectual field of study.